Hey, first grade families. I just posted chapter 4, and here's chapter 5 of Skinnybones. Chapter 5. Has anyone seen my velvet pillow? TJ Stoner brags about his baseball team more than any kid I've ever known in my whole life. So what if his team has never lost a game? Doesn't mean that they won just because of him. Everyone knows that one person on a team can't make the difference between a winning team and a losing team. After all, every single team I've ever been on has come in last place. And I don't care what anybody says. All those teams didn't lose just because of me. Probably. Anyway, this year, I know for a fact that I am not the worst player on the team. The worst player on the team is Ryan Brady. Ryan broke his arm in the first game of the season, and now all he does is sit on the bench. I'm sure I help the team out more than Ryan does. Probably. I play right field. A lot of kids automatically think that if you can play in the outfield, it means you can't catch or throw. But my father says that is ridiculous. He says outfielders are just as important as infielders. He told me that when he was a boy, he played right field just like me. That really doesn't make me feel much better, though. I've seen my dad play ball. He's really not very good, and he can't catch and he can't throw. My mother says that when people like TJ Stoner brag, they're just trying to get attention. As usual, she encourages me to ignore them. But for some reason, whenever I hear TJ bragging about his baseball team, I just can't seem to keep my big mouth shut. Like one day a few weeks ago, I heard him spouting off to a bunch of kids on the playground. My coach told me that I'm one of the best Little League pitchers in the whole country this year, he bragged. As soon as I heard him say it, my mouth went right out of control. I started talking really loud to my friend Brian Dunlop. Hey, Brian, I forgot to tell you about my baseball practice last night. My coach let me try out for pitcher, and he said I have one of the best curveballs he's ever seen. Okay, I know it was a dumb thing to say, but Brian wasn't much help. He fell right onto the ground and started laughing so hard he made himself sick. You pitch? Ooh, TJ came strolling over with this big smirky grin on his face. He bent down and tapped Brian on the head. Excuse me, but did I hear Skinnybones say that he can throw a good curveball? Brian held his stomach and busted out laughing all over again. TJ's smirk got bigger. Hey, Frankovich, how'd you like to make a little deal? He said. I shook my head and started to walk away. No, sorry, TJ, no deals. I'm going to have to tell you what I've been telling everybody else. No matter how hard you beg, I can't come pitch for your team. My coach made me sign a contract. Brian let out another wild hoot of laughter. Apparently, the idea of me pitching was more amusing than I thought. It's not like I've never tried before. Just last week, I practiced pitching for my dad. It didn't actually work out that good, though. Most of the balls I threw didn't even make it to the plate. The one I did beamed my father right on the head. What kind of stupid pitch do you call that? Dad yelled. I would call that my beanball, I yelled back. We packed up our stuff right then and there and went home. I'm not kidding. The man cannot take a joke. Anyway, TJ kept on bugging me. Come on, Alex, he pleaded. Come on, listen to my deal. What have you got to lose? By that time, a whole bunch of kids had started to gather. Okay, fine. Tell me your deal, TJ. But make it snappy, okay? It's almost time for Brian to massage my pitching arm. Brian went off in another fit of hysterics. All right, here it is, said TJ. Since both of us are such good pitchers, why don't we have a contest after school to see who is the best? We can get a couple of kids to be the official umpires. What do you say, Alex? That'll be fun, don't you think? Oh, geez, what a mess. If I said no, everyone would know that I was a liar. But if I said yes, everyone would be able to see how weak I threw. Somehow I had to get out of this. I hit myself on the head. Oh, man, I just remember my coach told me not to tire my arm out by being in any stupid pitching contest. I'm mostly just supposed to rest it on a velvet pillow. Thank you anyway. See you later. I started to walk away, but TJ grabbed me by the shoulders. I'm not asking you, Frankovich. I'm telling you. You go get one of your friends, and I'll get one of mine. They'll be the umpires. I'll meet you at the Little League field right after school. If you don't show, we'll all know it's because you can't throw a curve. As he turned to leave, he stopped and looked at me and said, "Be there, chump." As everyone left, I looked around at Brian. He was still on the ground. I reached out my hand, asking him to help me up. "Thank you, Brian. You were very supportive just now," I said dryly. Brian nodded his head. "Oh, you're welcome." His sides still were sore from all the laughing he had done. "Geez, Brian, if you think this is funny, wait until you see my curveball," I said. This time we both started laughing very hard. I figure I might as well laugh now while I still had the chance. This is my little Levi who's visiting me. That is my daughter Megan's dog. All right, guys. I'll try not to wait too long to read another one. Take care. Have a happy weekend.